So when you launch AutoCAD software, it becomes like the way you are seeing it in the display. So this is the drawing area, and then we have tools bar. This is what we call the draw tools bar. All this one here are included in the draw tools bar. Then we have the modifying tools bar. Then we have the menu. The menu, we can find it file here, edit, view, and then we have insert, format, tools, draw. These are all in the what? In the menu bar. And then in AutoCAD, the most important thing that you should also be aware is what we call the command line. This is the command line is down here where you're seeing the cursor is moving. It always display everything you are doing in AutoCAD. So it is very important for you to understand it. And then we have down here, we have what we call the model. So we have the model and then the layout. This layout, when you click it like this, it will bring the paper size whereby you can use it for printing. But normally our drawing, we do it in the what? In the model space. So once you click the model space, you find that this is the drawing area that we have in the AutoCAD. But I've already explained some of the interface. But in order for you to do the design or the drawing in AutoCAD, you have to do the basic setting. So you have to do the setting in order for your work to come clearly and the display can be seen properly. So you have to do the basic setting. So one of the basic setting that you can do in AutoCAD is to set the layers. So how do we set the layers? We can go to this tab. Then we click Layers Property Manager. Then we begin to set different layers. But before we go to that, the most important thing which we have to do is to set the what? The drawing units. So how do we set the drawing units? You can even type unit. After typing unit, then you press enter, but it's not showing it. I think the best would be you click new here. You select new, then the dialog box will come. The best way to do it is to set it to select the template. The template that will help you, and the template that will give us a metric system is called Autocad ISO. So you select Autocad ISO, then you click OK. So after doing that, it automatically knows that you have already set AutoCAD in the unit of what? Of metrics, which can be in millimeter, meters, and what have you. So now do we prove it that is already set to what? To metric system. So you can click print or plot. Then the dialog box will come. You will see that in the paper size, it is in millimeter. That one shows that what you have set is already what? Yeah, is already in millimeters or in a metric system, because it can be in imperial, which is feet, inches, which we normally don't use here. So that one is the first thing to do. You select the template or you set the what? The drawing units. If you like imperial, you can set it in imperial, but now we have put it to metrics. So now the next thing to do is to save your what? To save your thing in your file, in your name, and possibly in the desktop. So if it is, we can click file, save as. Then we put the file name. If the file name is your name, maybe your name is Okelo, then you can put Okelo to be the file name. Okelo to be the file name. Then you can save it either in desktop or in the document. But now, I think the best would be first to create a folder in the desktop. So how do we create a folder in the desktop? You right click desktop, you right click, then you select new, and then you select the folder. Then you put maybe the folder name to be Okelo. You put the folder name to be Okelo. Yeah, we have put the folder name to be Okelo. And so now the next things to do is we can save our file in the folder in the desktop. So we can select file, then we pick saved as, and then we select desktop, and after selecting desktop, we select what? Okay. Then we what? We type the file name. No, let's use this one now. Yeah, yeah, the file name we can put it to be Ojok now. Or we can even put it to be, okay, 3 bedroom. So that is our file name, 3 bedroom. It depends on whatever your case may be. So that is our file name. So the next things to do is to set to set the layers, because normally when we are doing drawing we have different layers. So each of the layers can be for a particular item or maybe something that you want to do. So if you are doing you're designing a floor plan, so in the floor plan we have the wall that surround the floor, or the wall that divide the floors. We have the doors that is the entrance to the rooms. We have the windows. We have the furnitures. Yeah, yeah, all those one are there. Even the roof, you can show it also the roof outline there. So you normally set the layers for different things, like for dimension. So you set different layers for space, for particular work or particular thing that you are going to do. So now, in order for us to set the layers, we go to layer property manager, which is this layer property manager. You select it. Then there's a icon here which it is called new layer. You pick new layer and it will bring the new layer. So you can put maybe our layer number one should be what? Wall. So what will be the line? The next thing to set is the color. We can leave it to white, which is okay. Then the line weight. This is the thickness of the what? Of the line. So we can pick the line weight to be 0.5 and we say okay. And we can set another layer. We can put this one to be maybe door, door. Then the line weight will, the color we put it a different color. Maybe door we can put, possibly we can put it to be cream. Then we say okay. Then the line weight we reduce it to 0.05. The line weight for the door is 0.05. Then we click again new layer. We put it to be dimension. Dimension. Then the color we put it to be maybe green. And we say okay. Then the line weight we can change it to be maybe 0. Yeah, maybe 0.13. Then I say okay. Then we can create another layer, possibly for what? For window. For window, we put the color to be, this one is magenta. Window we have put the color to be magenta. And the line weight, we can put it to be 0.2, 0.15. We have already picked. Yeah, can even pick still 0.15. Let's pick 0.18. Yeah, 0.18. Then we say OK. Then we click new layer. This one we can put it to be maybe items. This item can include furnitures and other things. Yeah. So we can change the color to be maybe light gray. Furnitures to be light gray. The line weight we can even use 0.5. 0.05, yeah, 0.05. Okay. What else do we need to set again? I think text. We need to set the layers for text. Of course, dimension we have already put. Text. Can pick the color to be maybe blue. What can we use to be the color of text? Let's use blue. Yeah, I think these are the basic layer that we can set for now. Then we can say okay. So we are finished with setting the layers. And then the next setting that we can do is the dimension style. So we go to format, then we select, maybe before even we set the dimension style, we can set the text one, text style or the text height. So we choose the text type that we want to. So how did we get it? We selected format, and we have got text style. Then now for me, I don't like this text. So normally I like using T veranda. So when you select T veranda, you see the preview. It looks so good. Eh? Yes. So the text height, we can say we are going to use maybe 100. Then we can say apply. Then we close the dialog box. So we can again set that when we are finished with setting the text. We go to set the dimension style. Yeah. So if we want to set the dimension style, we can say modify. We go back again, format, dimension style. Yeah. We can create, say, new dimension style, or we can even select one. Okay. New dimension style, we can say, can put the name maybe to be flow. Let's put it to be, I think let's leave the way it is, and we just only what? We only modify it. So now what we are going to do is, if you want to set dimension style, you should pick from format, then dimension style, then you select, when the dialog box comes, you select what? Modify. Yes, after modifying it, you begin to modify one by one. So the lines, you see the lines, it is selecting the types of line. So now in line here, what we can see is base spacing. Base spacing is 0.75. You can change that if you wish, but normally I change very few things. So we can see here extend beyond dimension line. Let's first put it to be, let's put it to be maybe 50, and let's see. Then offset from origin, you see it has passed there by 50. I think, yes. So offset from origin, let's try 50 and we see. And what else? Baseline spacing, I think that one we can leave it the way it is. Then we go to what? We go to R.